What about others? Ardra.
Ma'am, I wasn't there last class because due to technical problems, I couldn't attend the class. Only the
Okay,
first 10 minutes I was there.
okay, you were only there for the first 10 minutes. Okay. Mm. What about Basma?
Yes, ma'am. I should read it.
You don't have to read it. You just need to tell me what is the role of fashion professionals. Have you read it? Please unmute yourself, Basma. First unmute yourself. Yes. Have you read it?
But I can't, I don't know how to
You
explain.
don't know how to explain it. Okay. So fashion professionals. Who all are the fashion professionals? Who all? Fashion designers are there. Fashion technologists are there. Right. So what is the role of fashion designers? You all have your textbook, right? Go through it right now. What is the role of fashion designer? What does they do? So yes, let's start from Gaia. Gaia. So just read out the first point, the first role of a designer. Just
To,
read out.
to understand the vision and goal of the company product association in terms of customer perception and positioning in the market.
Okay, positioning in the market. Okay, so what does it mean? Any idea? Each brand, each brand will be having certain vision and values. Okay, each and every brand will be working on those visions and values. So some brands now, a lot of sustainable brands are coming into picture. Okay, a lot of sustainable brands. For example, Doodlage and a few others. I'm not able to recollect the name. Okay, so a few brands are coming into picture with sustainability as their core value, as their core vision. Okay, so they concentrate on sustainability, making their garments more sustainable, sticking on to this natural fabrics, whatever it is, and trims. What all are trims? Trims are anything and everything that is used in a piece of from the actual fabric. Okay, everything, everything apart from fabric. Hmm. So just go through your t-shirt or shirt, whatever you are wearing right now. The basic garment, the basic fabric, the basic fabric is not a trim. Everything apart from that basic fabric is a trim. This buttons, if I look into my piece of the garment that I am wearing right now, button is there. A wooden button is there. That's a trim. Thread is used for stitching garments. That is a trim. Thread is a trim. Button is a trim. Yes. A brand label will be there, right? That is a trim. Size label will be there. That is a trim. Wash care label will be there. A label in the side seam. A set of labels will be there. Saying color fastening ranges, you should wash in cold water, you should not wrinkle, you should iron this particular garment within this temperature. Saying all these factors, wash care or care label will be there. If there is sequence or stone works on your garment, then that is an trim. That is a trim. Okay. Then what all can be? If for some kurtis, for some top, there will be lining. Lining fabric is there, right? That is a trim. When you come and when you check your neckline, in some of them it is there, and in the case of shirt and all, inside those collars, inside the shirt cuff and all, interlining is used. Interlining, canvas. In layman language, it is called canvas, a white color paper-like thing. Okay, so that is a trim. Okay. Button is a trim, hook is a trim, zipper is a trim, velcro is a trim, drawstring is a trim. Okay, so all these are trims. So what were we talking about? So to understand the vision and goal of the company. So a sustainable brand. Sustainable brand's vision is to use everything sustainable to make, it is not possible to make it 100% sustainable, but they will try to make it as much as sustainable as possible. So as I said in one of the classes, a garment itself releases a lot of, in each wash, it will release microfibers, right? It will release microfibers. And when it is worn out, then what will we do with that piece of fabric? Again, we will take it for dusting and all. Again, pollution only. And then we will throw it out. What will happen to it then? It will be there, right? Yes, so pollution only. So it is not possible to make it 100% sustainable, but instead of using synthetic fabrics like polyester and all, we can stick on to cotton, linen, jute, and now even fabric is made out of this banana fibers. Okay, so silk, we can stick onto natural fabrics instead of synthetic fabrics. So now most of the brands are concentrating, the new brands which are getting introduced into the market are concentrating more on sustainable values. So there are certain values. So they will not, for the sake of price, for the sake of making it cheaper, they will not make the garment out of synthetic fabric or man-made fabric. So that is their value. They will stick on to make their product more sustainable. They will only stick on to natural materials. That is one value. So designer brands, designers will have they should design a particular garment by understanding the core value and vision of the particular brand they are working to, or if it is their own brand, then they should believe and follow those vision and values, right? Yes. So what is I'm working in a brand called brand A. It's a sustainable brand. Hmm. So when it comes to natural fabrics, there are some restrictions when it comes to the fall, right? When it comes to the fall, drapes and everything, there are some restrictions. Hmm. So what if I am working on a brand called A, which is a sustainable brand, if I manufacture, I design a garment which has to be made out of synthetic fabric, or I just made a garment out of rayon fabric, then the value is broken, right? I broke the value. I broke the rule. The sole essence of the brand is to be sustainable. That is broken, right? So that is every brand, every designer works on certain values, certain vision, with certain vision. Hmm. So all the designers are supposed to follow this vision of supposed to take care of these values. Okay. So yes, and they will be concentrating on certain market, target market. We discussed what is target market. We discussed what is consumer segmentation. It is not possible for a brand or a designer to concentrate on India as a whole market, right? It is difficult to understand the taste, the requirements, the necessity of each and every Indians. It is impossible, right? And it is impossible to fulfill all their requirements and necessities using a single piece of garment. So in order to fulfill all the necessities, we need to come up with different multiple products. So using a single product, it is impossible to fulfill all the necessities, requirements, and all the factors. It is impossible to fulfill all the factors. Am I right? Yes. Yes. So while designing, we will be concentrating on a particular target market. Hmm? Maybe based on psychological factors, based on demographic factors, like where do these people live. Maybe we will be concentrating on age group 18 to 25 who lives in Kerala. That means college going students, right? College going students. And we can say like I will be doing working only on women's wear. So women's wear 18 to 25 Kerala. This is my target market. This is my consumer segment. I will be concentrating on them. I will be developing products for them. So now it's more easy to understand what they want, what they would like to wear, their body type, what is their taste when it comes to color, when it comes to silhouette, when it comes to fabric. Hmm? So after understanding all these values, a brand who's gonna launch or who's working in Kerala will be setting their values and visions. Okay, so the next point, Ardra.
To synchronize individual design sensibility with that of other designs within the organization to contribute to a cohesive look
It's
of
third
the brand.
point, right?
Oh,
You,
sorry, ma'am.
it's okay.
To participate in brainstorming a session with a team of seniors and college youth for generating ideas and strategies rather than working in isolation.
It's colleagues, okay? Okay. So is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we were talking about the second point, brainstorming. What is brainstorming? So suppose we will be doing trend forecasting, right? We talked about trend forecasting, color forecasting, and everything. By doing trend forecasting, through trend forecasting, we will predict what will be the upcoming trend. Hmm? We will predict what will be the upcoming trend. And through color forecasting, we will predict what all colors will be uh, uh, what all colors should be introduced during this particular season, what color people would like to wear during this season. This thing will be predicted during color forecasting. Okay, so trend forecasting and color forecasting. And based on these things, silhouettes, they will forecast silhouettes, what silhouettes should be there, color. They will also decide on the inspiration for each collection. They will decide the fabric, all these things, and a lot more. And now we have all these informations, right? And based on this information, and now we want to design a woman's wear. Woman's wear. And now we are brainstorming. Now I'm going to brainstorm. Okay. So woman's wear, I want to design a woman's wear. Now the color is yellow. All the terms that comes into my mind that is related to all these all these words that I have written over here will come into this, will come into this brainstorming. I'm brainstorming. I'm writing down whatever that comes into my mind that is related to all these factors. Okay. So yellow, green, blue, white, not red, not black, if it is summer. Then what? Cotton, linen, forest, garden, tulip, roses, and what all can come under this? Jute, lightweight, print. Likewise, everything that comes into my mind when I think about these terms. When I think about women's wear, spring summer collection, this is the forecasting. When I think about all these factors, whatever that comes into my mind will be jotted down. That is called brainstorming. Randomly coming up with a lot of words that is interconnected, or where that comes into my mind when I think about a particular topic or a particular word. That is brainstorming. And you will do mind mapping. Mind mapping, again, is similar to, as a designer, you will be asked to do all these things. Mind mapping. Women's wear. Okay, in women's wear, I can have, there will be maternity wear, active sports wear will be there, sports wear will be there, summer wear will be there, beach wear will be there, casuals, formals, ethnic. In ethnic, I can write like Indo-Western, Western, like that. And if I want to concentrate just on casual, then I can like come up with this. And we can also have resort wear also. And from which I just want to concentrate on casual. So I can say blue, jeans, cotton. I can take jungle as an inspiration. I can take flowers as an inspiration. I can just take any random texture as inspiration. Hmm. Like that, anything related to that. In this way, we will mind map everything that comes into our mind to come up with a concept, to come up with an idea, to develop a particular collection or garment. Okay. So that is mind mapping and brainstorming. A designer will do this. A designer will will participate in forecasting, trend forecasting, color forecasting, and all. And based on the result he or she receive, they will start brainstorming and mind mapping in order to come up with a concept or an idea. Hmm. So each collection, a designer will launch each collection based on a concept. All the garments that belongs in that particular collection belongs to that particular collection will be having same concept. Hmm? Will be having same concept. Even though they will be different in colors or whatever it is, but all of them will be following a same concept. Hmm? So yes, Sanjana.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, third point, Sanjana.
And I don't have textbook. I didn't buy it.
You didn't buy it. So Sanjana, you can download a PDF file
Yes, ma'am.
from internet. So try to get it as soon as possible. Okay. Okay. Nehal,
Yes, ma'am.
third
To,
point.
syn- to synchronize individual design sensitivity with that of other designers within the organization to contribute to the cohesive of the brand.
Okay. So it is always good to have a discussion, right? So we will be stuck somewhere. We will have certain doubts regarding any of the points. We will be unsure about certain factors or certain elements that we have incorporated in that particular design or collection. So in order to clear all those doubts and everything, it is good to have a discussion, right? So we will get to know what others think about our designs, what others think about our concepts, what others think about what is their opinion about this particular thing. So from their opinions and suggestion, we can make changes accordingly. Because we can't force others to wear something just because we designed it, right? We should know what others want. We are designing, no, it is not for us, right? We are designing for the market out there. We will be concentrating on a particular target market, a consumer segment. Hmm? And we will be designing for that particular consumer. Hmm? Am I right? So I can't just say this is good, you should wear it just because I designed it. Yes, we will have to make 100, maybe 500 sketches in order to get into that final sketch or final approved one. Yeah. We should do it. So we are designing for a person. So we should be able to satisfy that person with the product that we are designing. Right. So we can't just say, yes, this is the one I wrote and splendid. It looks wonderful. I really liked it. So just because I really liked it, I can't just get it manufactured or produced. I can't just say, yes, this is good. I want it to be produced or manufactured. So in order to reduce all these confusions and all these things, we should take opinion. We should take opinion from others. We should discuss. We should ask others how it looks. Doesn't mean we should take everything that they say. Okay. We should be able to understand what is good, what is right. What are, who all are saying with the right intention and who all are saying with the bad intention. Right. Anyway, this competition. You will face a lot of competition in this field. No one is your friend there. Okay, it's competition. I'm saying from my experience, okay? It's all okay. So you should discuss, you should ask each other, share your opinion, everything. And you should take what is positive. You should take everything positively. And you should make the changes accordingly if it is necessary. If it is necessary. Yes. So that is one. So you are developing something for a person, for another person. So you shouldn't just stick on to what your mind says, what your heart says. Okay. The fourth point, unless
Yes, ma'am.
fourth
To
point.
understand that design is not a merely To understand the design is not merely a paper pencil activity. Design decisions are not only about originality and creativity, but equally about commercial realities and financial constraints, financial implications of details like selection of fabrics, cost, availability of trims, threads, textile surface treatments, or embroidery, etc., are equally important.
Yes, it's not just about sketching. It's not about just creating an inspiration board, a color board, a theme board, a mood board, and everything. And it is not just about sketching down these designs. It's not just about drawing. It's not just about coloring. It's not just about designing. We should understand, right? We should understand and then design. And we should understand how much it will cost. After designing, our client want a 20,000 product. Our client asked us to make a 20,000 product. And after designing, while designing, you will be like, yes, I want to put all my effort, all my creativity into it. You will be like that. And after and when you showed it to your client, yes, she is very much satisfied. Yes, she's happy. Wow, I'm gonna get this wonderful piece for 20,000. But in the end of the day, after manufacturing, what if it costs 50,000 or 25,000? Just 5,000 more or 50,000? Yes, a good piece will cost, right? Because we need a lot of materials, raw materials for constructing a particular piece of garment. When it comes to lehenga, a lot of things are involved. A lot of craftsmanship is involved in the manufacturing. So what will happen? You failed there. Your client who wants a 20,000 product is never gonna buy that 50,000 product, right? It's not affordable for her or him. Okay, so you should design something that sets in the budget. And if it is a mass market, just as I said, 18 to 25, women's wear, Kerala. That is the market you are designing for. What if a single t-shirt? So 18 to 25 means college going students or the people who just started to work. College going students doing UG, doing PG after +2. That is the age group. So they just have some pocket money. They are not earning anything. They just have their pocket money that their parents give. Right. So what if me as a designer who's concentrating on this 18 to 25 age group, women's wear, Kerala, design a t-shirt for 8,500, which should be sell in this Kerala to these people. Are they going to buy it just to wear that 8,500 t-shirt in college?
No.
No. Yes, like, no, obviously, no. We all want to, if it is possible, we all want to wear 365 different types of t-shirts in all these 365 days, right? If it is possible, we would like to. So for that, we will try to buy a good quality but a cheaper product. Maybe 1,000, 2,000 range product, it's okay, but not 8,500 product. So yes, so we should understand to whom are we designing for, what is the budget, whether it can be put in the market for them. So all these things needs to be taken care of. Okay. So in this, let me. What all are there? Fashion forecasting is there, designing part is there, understanding the consumers, right? We should design by understanding the consumers. To whom are we designing it for? Whether they are capable or whether it is affordable for them. We need to check all these things. After designing a product, after designing a particular outfit, a sample will be made. Okay, a sample of that particular garment or outfit will be made. To just check, to decide on the cost, to check whether it is possible to produce. Sometimes we will just so creative that we will draw something in it. And at the end of the day, when it comes to production, then it will be like, now what I'm gonna do? Now how will I make it work? Now how I'm gonna convert this piece of fabric into this thing that is there in my sketch. Yes, sometimes we do get stuck. Okay, so that we should think about all these things. When we were designing our final collection during my undergrad, one of my friends drew a very beautiful gown. It's really beautiful. She drew. She was doing this haute couture collection, so it was a very beautiful gown. But the thing is that no one knows how the model is gonna wear it. Even she doesn't know how the model is gonna wear it. Yes, we can make it. Yes, we can make that garment. It's okay. We can make it. We can stitch it. We can make it look like that sketch, exactly like the sketch. But no one knows how the model is gonna wear it and how she is gonna walk in it. Because it is tight till knee, below knee. It is tight till below knee in the calf region, till calf region. And after that, a region like a basket is coming there. No one knows how she is gonna walk in it. So that is what, while designing, we should take care of all the factors. So bye guys, let's meet in the next class, which is at 3:40. So bye. Thank you.
Thank you.